And a happy 2010 to you. Welcome along to today's United Kingdom Talk. My name's Chris Reardon. I know I keep banging on about the new live show, boys and girls, but you can join us for our live show every Monday night from 6 o'clock UK time. Now, to find that, just go to the main United Kingdom Talk website, unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. Top left-hand corner, you'll see me in a grey t-shirt, looking rather delicious, if you don't mind me saying so. Looking rather, although you wouldn't have thought it, my last year's DJing, hardly any offers of love. What is going on? Eh? Has the bubble burst? The youthful looks have disappeared, I'm afraid. But never mind. Yes, join us every Monday night at 6 o'clock live. Simply go to unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. Top left-hand corner, click the picture that says Listen Live, and it will take you there. Mondays at 6 o'clock, all right? That's an hour show, and you can join in by Skype, email, and telephone as well. Well, I was going to tell you about my Christmas today. I just want to do a couple of quick emails here, which are still left over from just before Christmas. First of all, young Wayne, not in Reading, Waynie in Reading. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to you and your listeners. You talked about Turkish barbers. Yeah, I had my hair cut a few weeks ago, a Turkish barber. Why was it a Turkish? Well, no reason. He just happened to be Turkish, you know. And apparently my friend Ronnie, he introduced me to the Turkish barbers. He said, you won't go wrong in there. Very professional. And Waynie says, you talked about the Turkish barbers. You said he didn't say much. How on earth did you manage to keep quiet for 15 to 20 minutes? I beg your pardon. What are you insinuating? Are you suggesting that I talk a lot? I hardly say... When I finish a show, I walk around the house as miserable as sin. Quiet, no one to talk to, only the cat. And all she ever says is she just comes out with the same phrases all the time, to be honest, my cat. Meow, meow, meow. Don't know what's wrong with her. I do wish cats had a bit larger vocabulary, dear. I could have at least a conversation while I'm sitting there. He says, regarding the new live show, great idea. He would prefer a live show to be sort of 1 till 2 or 2 till 3 in the afternoon, UK time. So thanks for that, Reading. Thanks for that, Waynie. If you were kind of asked what time would you like, if I was to do another live show during the week, what time would you like it at? If you could give it in UK time, I don't. Sorry, darlings, I can't work these things out. Could you give it in UK time if you write in to the usual email address, chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk, and tell me what time in UK time would you prefer another live show to be? Now, this won't happen now until February or somewhere around there, because, of course, I'm off in a couple of weeks, dear. Only a few more shows before my holiday. I am so excited. I am. So thanks for that, Waynie. Once again, chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk is my email address. Now, I've just realised I haven't turned a light on. Do you mind a minute? Can I just turn another light on? I'm feeling rather dark. Just a minute. There we are, that's better. Can't be sitting here in darkness. Thank you. Oh, dear. Well, I haven't started something off as well. Right, OK. So that's it. Now, let me see. We've got any of Christmas-type emails. I think I better tell you about my what I did over Christmas, first of all. Well, it started Christmas Eve, and I did a little bit of DJing at a place called the Steam Coach in Hemel Hempstead. Those of you watching the show on YouTube will see a little video of my recent Christmas, and indeed playing at the moment on the screen behind me is a picture of some young ladies dancing at the Steam Coach, where I did the DJing on Christmas Eve and indeed New Year's Eve, but that's the Christmas Eve one behind me there. So that was all very nice. Then I jumped in the car for the long, arduous journey up to my sister's house. Now, I was a little bit nervous about the journey because, of course, that week we'd had an incredible amount of snow around that period, just before that period. Although it had mainly cleaned up, or cleared up rather, here in Berkshire, on the Christmas Eve, I knew there was still quite a lot up north. So I left the Steam Coach around about 12:30 at night, jumped in my car, And actually, the roads, of course, completely clear of traffic, but also clear of snow for the majority of it. Certainly the main roads were clear of snow. And I didn't have any problem at all until I got to my sister's house right at the other end in Lincolnshire. Once I came off that main road, well, I mean, I've never seen anything like it, to be honest, that the entire road was covered in a thick sheet of ice. I've never driven on that before. Never seen anything like it. And of course, once all your four wheels are on the ice, you know, you really are at the hand of God, aren't you? Because you touch your brakes and nothing happens. The thing just continues to slide forward. Very dangerous. But of course, you know, if you take your time, then you can, you know, it's not too much of a problem, to be honest. And it was like a sheet of ice. It wasn't snow, it was a sheet of ice across these last couple of roads to my sister's house. And I slowed right down to about, I don't know, 5-10 miles an hour. And when I wanted to stop, you know, you gave an enormous gap between where you wanted to stop and where you actually took your foot off the gas. I took my foot off the accelerator, or the gas if you're in America, and you slow down. You try not to use your brakes at all, because if you hit your brakes, you just slide along. Even I've got that ABS braking. Have you got that in your car? ABS? It goes, and it goes like that. Even that wasn't assisting me in my stoppings. No, it wasn't. So, got to my sister's house just before 3 o'clock, actually. It was actually a lot quicker than I thought it was going to take. So I got there about 3. Immediately, she got my favourite sausage rolls out of the cupboard. Well, not the sausage rolls I used to have. She's had to find another source because the co-op up in Woodall Spa stopped doing the sausage rolls, dear. And they were delicious, so she gets them from a place called Budgeon's now. Just on the screen behind me at the moment is my niece working away in the pub on Christmas Day, bless her. Oh, she does work hard, my niece, dear. Oh, she's such a pretty creature, she really is. So that was that. Rather disappointingly, my younger nephew, Jimmy, 12 years old, did promise that he would be up waiting for me to arrive, and he wasn't up. I was most distraught. Apparently, they'd all been to midnight mass up in the church in Woodall Spa, and the sermon was so boring that my sister almost fell asleep. And also Jimmy, my little nephew, he kept asking his mum when it was finishing because he was so bored. You know the sermons that the priests and vicars do? Oh, God, they do go on. Why can't we just get on with a mass, please, dear? All that chat about nothing. I can't bear people that just chat incessantly about nothing, can you? It does get on my nerves, dear. So I went to bed after a little bit of a chat with my sister and got up Christmas morning. Jimmy, surprisingly, I think he did try and wake me up, because round about 10 o'clock Christmas morning, I did hear the door on the spare bedroom where I was staying go. And he doesn't knock. The door just suddenly flies open and he's there. But he didn't say anything. He obviously just to see if I was awake. And then he closed the door and went away. Well, I was actually awake, but I pretended to be asleep so I could get a few more eyelids shut in, you know. Got up in the morning, went downstairs, had a bit of breakfast, my very nice porridge oats with syrup. Or is it treacle? Porridge oats with treacle? I don't know. Oats So Simple with treacle or something like that it was. And then just potted about in the morning. I walked up to the pub where my niece works because they were actually open Christmas Day. And bless her, it was ever so busy. I don't understand that. Why would someone want to go out to a pub on Christmas morning? Or early Christmas afternoon. It's only open between 12 and 2. But this place was heaving. Absolutely heaving. So I just managed to wave quickly to her and she came round the side and gave me a little cuddle. Give a little cuddle to poor old Uncle Chris, didn't you, Tracy? Eh? So I left back there, walked back in the snow to my sister's house. 2 o'clock it was dinner time, so the dinner came out. Very nice as well. My sister works ever so hard. Oh, she does work hard doing the dinner and that. Whenever I'm up there, she works very hard, and I'm always eternally grateful for everything she does. And the dinner was very nice. The turkey was lovely. Lovely bit of turkey. But the roast potatoes, I hope she's not watching this. This is not to say I don't love you, sis, and everything else, but she cooked the potatoes in goose fat, and they had the most vile taste. I didn't say anything. I hope she doesn't see this. No, because this is not a criticism of my sister. Like I said, she works very hard to make me very comfortable, but the roast potatoes, and I'm a great fan of roast potatoes, boys and girls, as you will find out if you ever have the opportunity to take me out to dinner. I'm always up for a free meal or a buffet. You know that. Oh, incidentally, I was most disappointed that at the Steam Coach on Christmas Day, there was no buffet. No buffet. I really need to have this sort of thing written into my contract. Having a buffet or something like that within the within the night's activities. No buffet. All I got was a pint of soda water, a bag of cheese and onion crisps, and a little packet of munchies. Terrible. Terrible. I was disappearing before everyone's eyes, I tell you. Anyway, back to the dinner. So, not keen on roast potatoes in goose fat. Really, really didn't like those at all. I only had one potato in the end. But the dinner was very nice. And it was once again, Jimmy, the little Jimmy, my little nephew, he he had oh dear, there's a reason I'm coughing. I'll tell you that in a minute. Once again, his dinner arrived. He picked a couple of very small bits out, ate them, and then went off to play with something. Oh, he does annoy me, that boy, when he's eating. He just picks. He doesn't eat a proper meal. Anyway, so that was that. We then moved into the living room, and presents were given out, and I've got some wonderful presents to tell you about here. First of all, now, I don't know, I think my sister thought this extremely funny when she made the joke, so I pretended that I was annoyed. I love it! Oh, you got to pretend you're annoyed, don't you? Hang on a minute now, let me just... Oh, my wires are all tangled up here. Just a second now. What's happened to all these wires here? Oh, dear. Just a minute now. Where's my wires? That's it. Those of you that can see the video are probably wondering what's going on that video behind me. I will tell you as the show goes on. Right, my sister gave me this extra present, which she found somewhere. Magic Fairy Chocolate. One puff and it's all gone. I don't know why she bought me this, but it's a lovely pink wrapper, and I have to say, a very nice bar of chocolate, because immediately after the dinner, as I say, we did the presents, and I got this bar of chocolate. Within 2 minutes, it was gone, I'm afraid. Is that rather piggish, do you think? Chrissy Wissy Piggy Wiggy, eh? I think it might be, actually. Magic Fairy Chocolate. So that's very nice, that. You may know a friend or two who would like a bar, eh? I also got exactly what I asked for here from my little nephew. A Laurel and Hardy DVD. Yeah, da da, yeah, da da, da 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 da, yeah, da 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 da. You know Laurel and Hardy, don't you? Love it. And this particular film is Way Out West. I also got from my little nephew comedy classics. 3 On the Buses films. Now, On the Buses was a very popular TV show in the 1970s here in the UK. But not only that, from my sister, she got me On the Buses complete series. Wonderful. Now, how many programmes is this? I don't know, actually. There were 7 TV series altogether. I believe in America you say seasons. Okay? On the Buses. Wonderful. Oh, is it written back to front? Oh, how strange. Now, when I look at it, on my camera thing, it's back to front. Is that back to front to you? On the buses. That's acting like a mirror, isn't it? How strange is it? Or is it upside down? Hang on a minute. What am I doing there? Oh, that is weird. Well, I didn't notice that before. And also, my sister bought me, yes, the complete box set of Dad's Army. Wonderful. You know, that camera's... I didn't realise that's a mirror image that's doing there. Isn't that strange? Or is it because I've... Oh, no, I know why that is. Because I'm looking at the thing upside down, aren't I? Oh, you silly old fool, Chris. So there we are, complete series of Dad's Army. There were 9 series of that altogether. And one of the funniest things, I've always liked Dad's Army. Have you seen that wherever you are in the world? Do you have that in America or Australia, wherever you are, Dad's Army? And my niece purchased me a piece of land. Oh, you'll love this. Is a good gift. This is a good gift. She's obviously thought about this. She bought me a piece of land in Kincarville in Scotland, which is like a remote part of Scotland. And it says on this certificate, we are pleased to inform you that this gift pack qualifies you to become a laird or lady of Kincarville. Do you think I should be a laird or lady? I thought it said lard. I thought it had taken a mick out of my weight. By virtue of the purchase of property forming part of the Kincarville estate in Scotland. Moonestates.com has laid out part of their estate as a scheme of plots for 1 square foot and will pass ownership under the terms of their common covenant. This is a gift announcement only. Please complete the enclosed registration card so your details can be processed. So I've got to complete a card here, and it comes with a map and everything, dear. And in this... in this extremely remote part of Scotland, I now own a piece of land 1 foot square. Here, there's a map and everything. Now, there are certain conditions to this. Yes, I do own that piece of land now, right? And I can pass it on to generations, apparently. Now, where does it say that? It does say that somewhere. And I can visit my piece of land. Look, every laird and lady can visit the area where the plots are located. Inside this pack, you'll find a map, which I just had out there, showing you how to get to Kincarville Estate and information regarding local accommodation. The estate is land that has been left in its natural state. It is beautiful, untouched location at the most westerly part in mainland Britain. The scenery and surroundings are stunning, but please don't expect any on-site facilities. Every plot of land purchased is helping to preserve areas of land in the Scottish Highlands for you, your successors, and the local wildlife to enjoy. So, some people would say, oh, what's the point in having a bit of land? Because you're not allowed to build or anything like that on it. You couldn't, like, buy several square feet and then build over an area. You're not allowed to build in it. What's the point of that? Well, that means if I own a piece of land, right, it can't be sold and built on. Do you see what I mean? And I love the countryside. I love the grass and the hills and the forests and the trees. And there's far too much building going on in this world, if you ask me, dears. Far too much. And I am helping to preserve that, or at least my nieces... because she bought it for me, and they got some frequently asked questions here. Is the land really mine? And the answer, yes, this is a completely genuine and legal. The original Laird title documents have been drawn up by a lawyer to ensure that it is a legal and valid document. Can I build on it? No. While the land is yours, it is to be left in its natural state in order to preserve the local countryside and wildlife. Can the land and title be inherited? Now, this is good. Yes, Both the land and the title can be passed on by informing Moon Estates of the changes. So I could pass it on. I could pass it on to you. You could own a piece of the UK. I tell you what, actually, saying that, I know a lot of the Americans that watch this programme, you like collecting things, don't you? I know you do. Americans absolutely love collecting things. And what a wonderful present you could give someone by buying something like this, a piece of the UK. Do you like the sound of that, lovies? Eh? Do you like the sound of that? I could start selling inches of myself, couldn't I? Eh? How much do you think, you know, an inch square of me? You would own it, but you can't do anything to it unless you're quite fit and good looking. Then I might let you do something to it. Do you think, is that a way to make money? Could I sell off bits of myself? Just a thought. Let me know what you think of that. Chris at unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. Am I a member of the aristocracy? Is one of the frequently asked questions. And it says, no. It is virtually impossible to buy a British aristocratic title. Ownership of the land does, however, allow you to use the title Laird of Kincavel. Many women, rather than take the title Laird, choose to use the title Lady. What do you think I should use? Lady of Kincavel. I quite like that. I do like that. In future, this will not be called the Chris Reardon Show. It will be called the Lady of Kincavel Show. Do you like that, lovey? Do you like that? Can I visit the land? And it says, yes. Your plot is in a remote location. I know it's in a remote location, dear. I saw it on the map. Your plot is in a remote location which has been left in its natural state, but you can visit it. In order to preserve... Oh, I got really itchy nose suddenly. And no tissue. Oh, I'm going to have to wipe it on my sleeve and that's it. Oh! Does that mean money's coming? Itchy nose? I don't know. It says, but you can visit it. In order to preserve the natural landscape, please note that there are no facilities on site and no signs to the estate. How the blooming hell are you supposed to find that then? I mean, my map reading skills are not good. They really aren't. I lost an entire pack of Cub Scouts about 20 years ago on a place in Surrey called Box Hill. We got completely... I'm absolutely no good at doing map reading, I'm afraid. Well, I'll never find it, will you? I don't suppose I shall ever visit my piece of land, but I put it together with all my houses and places, I think. So a lovely little thing there from my niece. Such a thoughtful girl. And a little history, a little booklet, a history of Scotland. Scotland is a very, very beautiful place, especially the Highlands. Really is nice. I went camping there once. I can't remember exactly where it was now, but it was absolutely stunning surroundings in Scotland. Anyway, so that's that. So there were Christmas gifts. My little nephew, he bought my sister a watch for Christmas. How lovely. And he spent a long time thinking about what to get her. Isn't that nice? I gave my nephews and niece and my sister some money for Christmas. That's what I did. All right. Now, Christmas night, just watching the television, really. We watched Doctor Who and Catherine Tate's Christmas Carol. That was quite funny. And that was it. Boxing Day, got up. Really a do-nothing day. But my sister, as one of her presents, got the Wii Fit. Oh, no, sorry, Martin. Martin, my brother-in-law, got the Wii Fit because they've got one of these Wii machines. And we all had a go on it. And my sister, it was hilarious. Watching my sister, and it's actually playing at the moment on the screen behind me, watching my sister do this Wii Fit thing. Wii Fit thing. And you have to do the hula hoop. And I tried it myself. There she is. Okay, she's behind me now on the screen. and she's got these jeans on, and she's wiggling her bum round and round. Oh, it's hilarious. Absolutely hilarious watching her do that, I tell you. Really is. Well, you've got to watch this. If you're listening to the show rather than watching it, then go to the main United Kingdom Talk website, unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk, and look for the show dated, oh my God, what is it dated actually? Saturday the 2nd of January 2010. I think I'm right there, or it'll be the one closest to that date. Just look in the programme summary, something that says my Christmas memories or something like that. Okay, my Christmas at my sister's, something like that. I'll have up there. Okay, so yeah, we got this Wii Fit thing out. Now I can swim 40 lengths in a swimming pool and then get out as if I'd done nothing. You know, like, quite calm. And I cycle all over the place, so I consider myself fairly fit. But I tell you what, a minute on this Wii Fit thing, doing a hula hoop type thing, oh, it done me in. Mind you, it didn't help the fact that I have asthma. Now, that's why I'm coughing at the moment. In my house, and I often mention this, in my house I have one cat. The cat comes into the kitchen. She doesn't come into the rest of the house. So it's not too bad. I can cope with it here. My sister, on the other hand, has 3 cats and 3 dogs, or I think 2 cats and 3 dogs. And within a few minutes of me walking in her door, it starts. And it got progressively worse and worse and worse. And I actually had to leave my sister's house a day early this time, which I think I've done once or twice before as well, because it was just a nightmare, and it was keeping me awake all night, you know. And I was having more and more of my you know, the what do you call it, that blue puffer thing. And eventually it just wasn't working, so I had to leave the house, and I came back a day early, unfortunately. Boxing night, we went over to my nephew's and his girlfriend Stacey, and she done a rather nice buffet type meal. What did we have? All sorts of little bits and pieces there, and it was very tasty. Very tasty. And she went to a lot of effort to do that. And my nephew Gary, he was sitting there playing on his computer game, but it was one of those ones with guns and armies and all that, and I'm not really into that. But I am now considering getting one of those Wii machines, because I think they're wonderful. Not really played them before. I went to my sister's house, but after doing it, and you can actually see that if you are someone who doesn't do any keep fit things or anything, this thing would really do a lot for you, the Wii Fit. I mean, I was absolutely knackered after doing this hip thing with the hula hoop and all that business. I was kind of wondering how much time it takes these computer programmers to write such a thing. Anyway, so I am seriously, and I haven't had a games machine for years. I mean, I had the Sony PlayStation 1. That was the last games machine I had. I just don't bother with it. But the Wii thing, and especially with the Wii Fit, if that's going to, you know, make me a little bit more fit, I think I could have some of that. So I'm seriously going to consider buying one of those Wii machines and the Wii Fit program with the board and all that as well. All right, that's nearly it today. Thank you very much to Doug, who sent in a picture of his Christmas decorations surrounding his computer with a snowman. He's got all his decorations around his computer and the crib on the top, which looks very nice. Thank you for that, Doug. Thanks very much, boys and girls. I'll see you on the next show. My name's Chris Reardon. The email address is chris@unitedkingdomtalk.co.uk. Once again, a happy 2010 to you. Thanks for watching and listening. Bye-bye.